I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for April 2015. This month, I laid out the Rainbow Tarot spread for you and pulled an additional card from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael Oracle cards. If you're interested in learning more about me or scheduling a private reading with me, please visit my website, theluckymermaid.com. I also want to add here, because I've noticed it when I edited some of my other videos, if you hear a strange noise that sounds like growling or something, it's actually my dog is sleeping and snoring right next to me in a chair. And it does sound funny, and I don't want you to think it's any weird spirits around. It's just my dog. So on to your reading, Leo. The first card you have in your April 2015 Psychic Tarot reading is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles to me is a card that symbolizes being exhausted and tired of your hard work and efforts, and financial rewards and gains from your hard work and efforts. This card can show up indicating that you're mentally and physically drained and exhausted. I hear there's been a great deal of stress around you about money, but I feel that many of you are overcoming this stress. I do feel that many of you are always on the go and always on the move, and it is really running you down. I hear for some of you, any company you work for or business, no matter what kind it is, that there's been some real weird situations that have been like floating around in the air around you, and it's created some uncertainty at where you work. And this could, create tension or stress or worry for you in regard to money, because if you're working, Leo, you need your income from your job, and I feel that there's been some weird up in the air events going on at your job. I feel that many of you Leos are going to find yourself in new employment within a time frame of 6 months to a year from now, if you aren't already stepping out of it. But it comes up very strongly that some of you will be in a new job. I hear you will have a great deal of success in regard to money matters, and money will be flowing to you very strongly in the month of August, which for many of you is your birth month, and flowing forward from that point. So August seems to be highlighted for you in regard to money. I feel many of you are exercising a great deal of diligence now, and putting your mind to some real strategies comes up here as well. I do hear that you're always on the go and always on the move, and you're very good about making things happen for yourself, Leo, and that's good news. You really do seem to be able to harness your energy well and to get control of situations. And you do seem to have the diligence right now to get some things going for yourself. And strategizing, they're saying. I feel you've really accomplished a lot in the past 7 to 8 years. And for many of you, you may be feeling like you are doing the opposite of what you want to do. Like if you stay at home or work at home a lot, or, around your home base, and you don't travel a lot, I feel like you wish you were traveling. And if you're the Leos that travel a lot for your work, I feel you wish the opposite, that you wish you were home more and more grounded and centered in one spot instead of doing a lot of traveling. So I see travel either way related to work or business, maybe even in a personal sense, but I just get travel being definitely on your mind. I feel many of you are getting rewarded for your hard work and efforts. I do feel that you are, and that many of you are getting this through bonuses, pay raises, any kind of bonus structures or incentives with commissions or things like that. I just get you are going to be reaping rewards financially speaking. For some of you non-working Leos, you may be taking care of somebody that's not well in your family right now. This could be an elderly relative or parent, or just somebody in your family that's not well. And I do also pick up off of this card, if you're non-working, they're talking about taking things apart and putting them back together again. In your home, this could be anything. I also get some of you Leos are really going to be educating, going to school, going back to school, or going to school and learning something, or educating yourself. But they do talk about, for non-working Leos, that was harder to read off this card, but I did want to ask. So I get a bunch of things for you non-working Leos. Some of you I feel are going to be educating yourself or going back to school. Some of you, I don't know what this means, but they're saying taking things apart and putting them back together again. These could be like things that have broken in your home, like repairing them, taking things apart, putting them back together, or even like your finances and changing around what you're doing with your, how you keep your money or where it's invested, or, you know, that kind of thing comes up. The other thing that comes up, as I already said, was for some of you non-working Leos, you're becoming like a caretaker, or maybe have been for a little while, for someone that's not well, someone that's either elderly and not well, or someone that's just sick in your family that you've been taking care of and looking after them. Now, the next card you have here in your reading today, Leo, this could be you. It could be you. You have the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods is a fire sign female, either being a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. Now, if you're a male Leo watching this, then it's just you showing up here, but I can't get away from it. The card is the Queen of Rods. The Queen of Rods is somebody that's usually very just and fair. She likes things to be fair. I do get that she is usually a good communicator. She has good ideas and is able to put together projects and plans. She can be very good in business. She can also have a great love of animals, or animals could love her. If she's operating from the negative side of the Queen of Rods, she could have a bad temper and be very quick to anger and have, with her words, be very cutting with her words. And she can also be prone to jealousy. I hear some things are going to change in your mind. If you were somebody that found yourself with a tendency to make things bigger than what they are, like maybe making mountains out of molehills, or, creating, I get that I feel like you're changing some things about yourself, maybe the way you view certain situations, or the way you handle your responses to certain situations. Forewarned is forearmed. I do come up, you're not the first sign that I've heard this for this month. I feel there may be some people around you that may want to deter you from your purpose. Now, that could be, if you're a working Leo, that could be somebody that wants to come in and derail you and keep you from being successful at what you're doing. It could even be in a friend or family sense, that maybe just are envious, or just want to keep you from succeeding for some way, in some way, for some reason. I get that you're going to have the opportunity and some kind of occasion to rise to the top and show everybody, through your example, like you don't need to tolerate people's business that you don't like, people's stuff, and you're rising above it. You're being the bigger person here. So for some of you, I feel this is actually at an occasion. So maybe you're attending something you didn't think you would attend, or maybe you're attending something other people didn't think you would attend, but you do. And it's like you're making a show of faith, and also that you can be the bigger person and rise above something. So you really have to figure that out. I know there's lots of Leos out there, so that may be a confusing message, but that's the case with general readings. If you, the way to get the most specific readings for you is to have a private reading. So you're going to have to dissect it, what that means to you. I hear that you're going to be bringing forward some very important information for your family and supplying important information. I hear you're really going to be treating everybody like royalty in your family and around you. And I'm also getting that you really are going to want to be helping people out. You may be bringing like schooling or college information or trade school information to some young people in your family. You might be supplying them with information. I feel some of you Leos are supplying your family with information about finances in regard to investment programs or savings ideas or stock, investing, whatever it is. I feel whatever it is, you Leos are really stepping in here, and I feel like you want to look out for everybody right now. Like you're concerned about everybody around you in your family, and you're trying to be like the word of wisdom, reason, and information comes up really strongly here, Leo. I feel that some of you Leos are really going to have some big opportunities that's offered to them. For some Leo out there, or more than one, I hear even a chance at stardom, that somebody is going to recognize your talents for something, either for singing, or if you're a stand-up comedian, or something that you're going to do. I feel like a chance at stardom comes to some of you Leos. But if you're not in that position and you're a working Leo, I feel that a job opportunity is going to come to you that's going to be offered to you. Someone comes and offers it to you. I don't even know that you really have to go seek it. It comes up as an offer and an opportunity. And whatever this is would be a great boon to your finances, to your self-esteem. So I feel like you are going to take it, whatever this is. So I hope that's not disappointing to you non-working Leos out there. But I feel like with you non-working Leos, your central focus is really on family matters, taking care of everybody, bringing forward information, maybe helping with family members that are not well or elderly. So you've got your hands full with that task, and my hat's off to you there. I know what a lot of work that can be. Now, the next card you have in your reading today, Leo, which is crowning your reading, you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles to me is a card that symbolizes having to make a decision or a choice. This can be in regard to money, or it could be just having to make a choice between two different things. And there's also can be emotions there, because there is water behind him in the card, and that shows that there's a lot of emotions tied up with this choice or decision that you have to make. Again, the deal or offer or opportunity comes up here again, and I do feel that you are going to take this deal and sign some kind of contract and run with it. So I feel like whatever this is, it's going to go very well for you, Leo. I feel that you do want to feel more balanced, centered, and grounded, and I do feel like you're looking for some kind of peace in your life at this time. And I feel you may be struggling or going back and forth between the spiritual plane of thinking and the mental, physical plane of thinking. I'm seeing you going back and forth. Or you could even be having a struggle between your heart and your mind about someone. I feel that some of you are going to have somebody that you haven't seen for a long time come back for a visit. or you may start communicating with them first, and then they come to visit you. But this is someone that I feel that is at a distance, kind of a great distance. For some of you, you may be in different countries even, and that you're going to start talking to this person again, and they're going to come and visit. For some reason, I hear that you have a great deal of sympathy and empathy for each other. So there's some feeling of, you can sort of relate to each other somehow because you do feel this empathy or sympathy going back and forth with each other. For some of you, I feel like you're really trying to get things organized in your mind and you want to become really focused. And I hear you don't want to be distracted comes up. For some of you, I see some Leos out there, there's a building that looks like it's either in disrepair, it may have been closed up for a very long time, and parts of it may be dilapidated in some way, but I feel that you are going to be like renovating it, redoing it, renovating it, and opening it up. To me, it looks like a brick building. And you may be making either a salon or an art gallery or a storefront of some kind. I don't know what you're doing with it. It depends on which Leo you are, but I see all these different things. And I feel that like it's a building that has to be gutted. Even part of the exterior is either missing or gone. I don't know, but I don't feel that you tear the whole building down. I do not feel that. I feel that it gets gutted. The exterior stays, and whatever you can do to repair the exterior, because I feel like there's something very unique about it. It's quaint, or it's in a historical part of a city or a town. There's some reason you want to preserve the outside of it. So I know that's pretty specific. Once in a while, the guides do talk about something like that, but I do see there's some Leos that are going to be involved in this. I'm going to call it renovation and restoring something, some building space to something that's going to be used as a business. Now, maybe you're just the renovating and the restoring person. Maybe you're not the one that's going to have the business in there. For some of you, it may be that. For some of you, you may be just fixing it and restoring it, and somebody's going to lease it from you or buy it from you even. But I feel like you care about this building, so I don't know that you're going to sell it. Some of you will be putting a business in it, and some of you will just be leasing it to someplace else. But this is it's in a very prominent location, and I feel like it may even be on a corner of like some little, I don't know if it's on a corner of like a little side street. Like it's in a very unique spot. So that's interesting for some of you Leos out there. Okay, so the next card you have here, you have another work-related card, and I find it fascinating. You had 7 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles in here. And 2 of Pentacles. Look at all these Pentacles. Seriously, this is you have 3 of Pentacles here, which is this is like expanding your business, mastering a craft, like mastery, expanding your skills, expanding your business, furthering your trade, furthering your scope of trade, and financial gain. Look at these Pentacles you had here. Look at that. You have 7 of Pentacles, you have 3 of Pentacles, and you had 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles crowning your reading. So, but here, this is the 3 of Pentacles. I hear that tall order of business, they're saying. You're going to be making a lot of things happen and move forward financially for yourself, Leo. I also hear there's a great deal of justification in having pride for your work and what you're doing, because I feel like you are really pouring yourself into what you've been working on and doing, and you should be rewarded and acknowledged for your hard work and efforts. And I do feel many of you that is what's happening here. For some of you, you're going to be involved in a group dynamic of project or plan that's coming up here, and you're going to be either the leader of it or just very, very involved in it. If you've been dealing with waiting for any extraneous outside forces to come through for you, like if you've been waiting for a contract to be signed or contract deals to be worked out, or if you've been waiting for approvals from government in any way to get any licensing or registrating anything, or it's like waiting for, if you're even immigrating here and you're waiting for a green card or working papers, or a family member of yours, you're hoping that they can get one. I feel like these things are now getting passed through now. You're going to start to see anything that have been held up that you've been waiting to see happen that would deal with like government, paperwork, signing things, documentation, registrations, permits, licensing, contracts. I see that's moving forward now. Just as much as I got earlier on, there was some people that wanted to throw you off your game. You have just as many people, if not more, that really want to help you succeed and see you do well and succeed. So don't be thrown off your game or rattled by anybody that you perceive may be jealous or envious in some way or trying to cause stumbling blocks for you, because I really feel that you're going to get past that, and because you have too much going on your side now in regard to many things. Now, I'm sorry, Leo, don't be mad at me. I don't like this card for you, but I have to hear why it showed up. In your outcome portion of the tarot cards, you got the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes sadness, heartbreak, tears. It can indicate if you've been in a relationship with someone where there's been cheating going on, either by the other party or you, or, just it can even be like a relationship ending of some other sort even. It can be like a friendship or a romantic partnership of whatever nature ending without the cheating. You can just take the cheating part out of it. But when Three of Swords shows up, sometimes that does mean there's three people involved in the situation. I hear for some of you it's trouble in paradise, and people that you have felt like you were star-crossed lovers with, you're finding out that that's not the case. I feel like this is almost more disappointment in someone than involving cheating, but I don't know. It's coming up that way, that anybody you felt like you had such a strong love connection with and possibly a strong spiritual bond and connection with, you're finding out that this is turning out to be a disappointment for you and not what you had hoped it would be. I do feel that you had come to some conclusions about what was going on, and that I feel that you found out that you were correct. So for some of you, this was uncovering somebody being unfaithful or cheating. For some of you, this is uncovering that this person was dishonest in other ways, like with money, like possibly stealing money or hiding money, or it could be just that their character has turned out to be not what you had hoped or originally thought that it was. And I feel that whatever your thoughts were, and many of this has come to you through your own intuition and psychic ability, but whichever way it came at you, you're finding out that you were correct. And this has disappointed you, unfortunately. I feel that many of you are going to be reining it in, pulling your power back in from these people, from whoever this was that's disappointed you. I feel like maybe you've given them too much rope, too much leeway, forgiven them too many times, overlooked stuff that maybe you shouldn't have, stayed with them too long. I feel like you're taking your power back. Like there's a sense of you may have given your power away to them, and I feel that you're reclaiming that power. You may experience some jealousy or anger directed at you from someone that knows you. So I don't feel that that's the same situation because, as I say, all Leos are not born on the same day, at the same time, at the same month, and the same year. So therefore, these messages aren't going to be exactly the same. For some of you, it's you're finding out that you're disappointed and were disillusioned by somebody that you thought you were star-crossed lovers with. For some of you, it is that you suspected some information that was negative about the person, like maybe they were cheating, or maybe they were hiding money in bank accounts or something of that nature, and that was correct and was revealed. For some of you, it's jealousy and anger directed at you by someone else, by someone that knows you or has an axe to grind with you. So it's not going to be the same for all you Leos. I told you in the order that it came to me of why this card is showing up here for you for April of 2015. You're going to need to put some perspective in this and take a step back, regardless which Leo you are. Try not to let your emotions get carried away here or run away with you and get the better of you, because you don't want this to like totally take over your whole life and like wreck your world, whichever Leo you are in this scenario. Because the person that's angry and jealous and negative at you, you need to really take a step back and think about their perspective might make sense to you of why they think that about you, whether it's true or not true. So whatever it is, just try not to let yourself get carried away on like an emotional roller coaster with any of this, because the true power lies within you. And, you know, we all have to face disappointments about people, and you're incredibly strong and you can weather this. So don't let any sadness or disappointment or depressive feelings drag you down, because you can rise above this. You know, this is just something that you have to get through. It's probably karma. It's probably a karmic situation, which means that you needed to experience it for your soul growth, advancement, and development, and also to learn any lessons, like lessons that you needed to learn. So I feel that on the positive note, for you, that this has been a romantic situation and disappointment, regardless of which person you are, how this played out. That the positive note is because now you're going to be free, and then a new person is going to come in for you, even though you may not feel like you're ready for that right now, but it will open the doorway for someone new to come in for you. So that's the positive aspect of it in the end. So for your outcome card for your Doreen Virtues Archangel Michael Oracle cards, you have your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. And you know what? I'm telling you, off that Three of Swords card, you definitely had opinions and thoughts in your mind already that turned out to be correct. And as I said, I feel for many of you, it was your own strong psychic ability and intuition. And this card is saying your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So that's interesting to me that came up. Now, the prayer on this card says, please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. I feel you're now going to move forward with your life with more direction and purpose, and I don't feel that you're going to be lingering in the past anymore. I feel that you need to really access your strength right now and be real and dynamic and show people who you really are. And I'm telling you, those of you that are going to either some kind of party, wedding, graduation, dinner event, somebody's birthday, anniversary party, whatever event that you're going to that people either think you won't go to or you thought you wouldn't go to, you're going to really be showing people that you're the bigger person and you're rising above the situation. That makes sense for what they just said there in the card. So you need to re-listen to the messages here again, because I feel like there's a little bit of a theme here. The cards do seem to be doing that this month for all the signs. You are going to be rewarded for your high efforts and high ideals, I'm hearing. It's like you're crossing from the bridge of down in the dumps to the glory. That's what they're telling me. But you have to go through some muck and mire to get there. Unfortunately, you can't totally walk over the bridge clearly. There is some murky, muddy situations that you've had to contend with and tackle with. And you've gotten through a lot of them, Leo. I feel you've gotten through a lot of them, but I still feel I can't get away from this Three of Swords. It's like you have another test here or another thing being presented for you. But I do feel that you are going to get through it and kick it to the curb or push it off to the side, and you will be triumphant. And once you let go of the past, of whatever has been, you've been carrying like a backpack, once that's gone from you, and this relationship that seems to have, been a big disappointment for many of you, you will be better off because you're going to have clarity and a new sense of direction and purpose, and it will open the doorway for something new or someone new or better to come in for you. I feel that your spiritual side is highly activated right now, and you're being encouraged to really tune into it and participate with it and use it to your advantage, because I do feel your angelic presence and guidance is very strong around you right now, and has been, I feel, for quite a few months. That's come up for Leos before this, I'm sure of it. So it's coming up here again, and you're to be praised for that, because I do feel many of you Leos are really tuning into that spiritual side of yourself and of life. And it is benefiting you and will continue benefiting you moving forward. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Leos, and that it made sense to you. I want to say thank you so much for liking and sharing my videos. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate that. And for Google Plusing. If you'd like to learn more about me or schedule a private reading with me, please visit my website, theluckymermaid.com. I hope you have a fantastic month of April, and know, Leo, that I wish you many blessings and peace.